Hi, I wanted to do a video on initial disclosures. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Deanne Colley. I'm a family law attorney here and I also mediate cases. My office is in Mount Pleasant. Okay, let's hit the ground running. This is for my clients or potential clients. If you've come to see me already, you'll get an initial disclosure packet with a spreadsheet, and it's good to follow along. As I'm talking about these initial disclosures, this actually applies to every lawsuit that's filed on or after January 1, 2021. Since I do family law, that's what I'm specifically talking about, and I'm making this video so that it can save you attorney's fees so that you can watch this in conjunction with your instruction sheet and do most of this on your own, and then get the information to me. Again, the more you do, the more organized you are, the more you will save yourself on lawyer fees. Okay, initial disclosures. Everyone has to exchange information at a certain time in a lawsuit now. Before it was by request only, now everyone does it. So the information that I need from you is listed on this packet again, and I'm going to go through it. The first thing is name, address, telephone of witnesses, and a brief statement of what they know. And I can't just have Uncle Bobby. I need a full name. Robert Smith. I need his full address. I need a phone number. And I need, he is my uncle and this is what he's seen or known, or whatever. And think about this. This is people that would be supportive for your case. Maybe family members, neighbors, school teachers, friends. It's also going to be people that have knowledge of your financial situation. So make sure to include them all. If there is someone you anticipate may not be friendly to us and may testify against you, it's always helpful to put me some little stars and add those people, or you can add them on a separate piece of paper. Tell me their information, who they are, and what you anticipate they will say. Okay, next thing is, this is pretty broad. A copy or a description by category and location of all documents, electronically stored information, and tangible things that you have in your possession, control, or custody that will support your claims or defenses. That is as broad as you can get. Again, these are new as of January 1 this year, so these are still being interpreted. But if we need it to prove a value, if we need it to prove that somebody came home drunk one night, if we need it to prove you spend lots of afternoons with the children, pictures, for example, I need it. And if there is information that's in a drawer somewhere and you can't get to it yet, list the information, list where the drawer is located, things of that nature. The next thing is settlement agreements. If you and your spouse or significant other or former significant other have written out any agreements, I need those. Witness statements. Now this gets, it's not only your friend typed out a statement that would help you in what they know, a letter or something. It is text messages, emails, it's anything that can be used. Isn't it true you said this on Facebook on this date? Okay, now additional information for divorce cases. This is where we're talking about property. So basically we're going to need information as it is related to your real estate. Whether you bought it during the marriage, owned it prior to marriage, or you inherited it. It doesn't matter. We need the closing documents, deeds, mortgage statements, tax information. And again, you will fill out on the spreadsheet like your address, 123 ABC Street, and then you're going to put the date of purchase and what documents you've gotten me. If for some reason you think your spouse has property in Oklahoma, I'm making this up, and with his brother, and you don't know anything about it, but you think it is in a certain county, then go ahead and write that information down, get that to us, and that you don't know how to obtain that. It's important that if you think there's something there that you let us know. It's also important to have the paperwork, but if you can't get it, then at least we know to start getting it ourselves or to ask the other side for it or make sure they give it to us in their initial disclosure responses. The next is bank statements. The rule reads that it'll be for the last 2 years. And this is accounts on deposit with any financial institution, brokerage accounts, credit unions, whether it's in your name, you and your spouse's name, you and your mama's name, all kinds of things there. If there is a bank account that is in your spouse's name that not in your name, so you don't have access to, and you know that it is at ABC Bank, when you're filling out this paper, you will put ABC Bank. You anticipate that it's a checking account or a savings or both, but you don't have access, but you just know about it. Again, so we can make sure we get those documents or that your spouse provides those in the initial disclosures. The next requirement is documents relating to your pension, retirement, 401k, profit sharing, basically your employment benefits. And this is for the last 2 years and the most recent statement. If you worked at a certain company, but you quit 7 years ago, we're still going to need those current statements. And this applies to your employment and your spouse's employment. So if y'all have a file there where everything's kept and his or hers are in there, you give me those as well. If you don't have access to those, because a lot of the most recent ones are sent electronically, then you can just write certain company and spouse and has worked at all these companies and I don't have access to their retirement. The next requirement is documents, deck pages, premium notices for all insurance policies, life, casualty, auto, homeowners, liability, health, anything like that. Anything that shows insurance coverage is there. Now, in addition, I'm going to tell you to go ahead and give us tax returns. I always say for the last 5 years, but what you can get your hands on. Now, that's not an initial disclosure. Sorry, that's a little aside. Now, if we have any kind of case, divorce or just a suit affecting the parent-child relationship, and it involves child support, or if we have a divorce that involves spousal support, you have to provide a policy statements and summary descriptions for your medical, health, and dental insurance that is available or in effect. In addition, we need parties' tax returns for the previous 2 years, including all backup documentation. These days, a tax return isn't just 2 pages. It comes with all kinds of schedules and then your W-2s or 1099s or anything like that. And then I need check stubs for the current year. And I always say the last 3, however, I need the very first pay stub of the year and then the last 3 as well. Now, again, those are things that need to be provided to my office under the initial disclosures. There's also lists so that I know what you're providing to me here. I would be happy to send this to you in Excel so that you can type it right in. But for those of you that aren't on the computer and want to write it, that's fine as well. Just be very organized. And please don't bring me a pile of documents that are a mess. Or please don't bring me one day something to do with real estate and the next day something to do with tax returns. Please organize them, label them, put separation sheets between them, indicate what they are. Retirement statements for ABC Company, retirement statements for FG Company, and then bank statements for this and that. Label them and be organized, and that will save you attorney's fees. You can provide these in the electronic form, the backup documents, on a flash drive. You can upload them to the MyCase software that we use, or you can deliver hard copies to my office as well. Again, please be organized. Later on, there are some additional disclosures that we have to make. Again, they are required as of January 1, and they have to do with experts, which I will get with you on. That one takes a little bit more of a joint effort between me and you. And then also there is a final disclosure, and one of the requirements is exhibits. So if you have text messages or pictures or things that you did not provide me earlier that we first talked about, still provide those. is as the case is moving and there's more text or there's more, and again, these are relevant texts. These just aren't random texts, but relevant texts or relevant pictures or relevant social media posts. You'll need to bring those to us so that we can make sure and disclose those to the other side. Again, make sure you include your information and your spouse or other party's information to the extent you know it. If you don't know, but you know that there is a bank account out there at a certain bank, again, list that information on the spreadsheet. And please be organized and get us everything timely. There will be a deadline for you to get it to us so that we can get it in the final form to actually provide it to the other party or their attorney. There's no need for you to really consult with the other party in doing this. This is something they'll be doing with their attorney as well. And it is something that's required. It's actually so that everyone can make decisions in their cases with more information than we used to have. And that information is given voluntarily now. So if you have any questions, please contact our firm. Our phone number is 903-572-7712. And our email is d@colleyattorneys.com. Just the letter D at COLLEYATTORNEYS.com. And thank you very much. Thanks for watching.